Hi, I'm Asa Skinner with Hertzler George, and today we're going to talk about preventing summer disease. So here in Virginia, we have two big summer diseases that we like to look out for. The first being brown patch, which is what most of us are familiar with. As you can see, you've probably seen this kind of look around town in the middle of summer. It can be kind of drastic and severe in some cases, and it's kind of the disease that most people are scared of. It tends to kind of it can take whole lawns out and be kind of scary. It's worse when it can start to develop when nighttime temperatures start to go above 60 degrees, but it's the most severe when temperatures stay above 70 all the time. So here in Virginia, we see it between the months of May and August is when it gets really severe. The second disease that we have here really commonly is called dollar spot, and most of you have probably had it in your lawns before and maybe not even realized. It's a little bit more nondescript. It's not quite as obvious and scary, but it can be kind of disheartening if you see it, because it can create these kind of white mycelia, which can be kind of odd looking and might look a little bit worse than they actually are. It is also common. It can happen in the spring, summer, or fall here in Virginia. So how can we prevent these diseases? The first rule is to never allow your lawn to be wet for over 10 to 12 hours. So how do we do this? For most people, it means they need to water before sunrise. So you can, the thinking is that when the sun rises, it'll be able to dry off your lawn a little bit, and you'll still be able to get your lawn the water that it needs, because it could be really thirsty in the middle of summer. But you won't have all that extended period of leaf wetness. At golf courses where they have a lot of funding, they kind of tackle this problem by whipping the greens with a bamboo pole or with a fiberglass pole early in the morning to remove the dew. They also will drag a hose sometimes, or they have giant industrial fans that they can set up and increase airflow and really dry out the greens to prevent, and that's all to prevent fungus in the middle of summer. It's a really big deal. They're willing to pour a lot of money into it. Our second rule is to improve just general lawn health by doing things that you already should be doing. You should be on a good fertilization program, like the program that Hertzler George offers. You should be mowing very frequently and mowing high if you have a tall fescue lawn, just to improve overall turf health. The third rule is going to be improved drainage and airflow. So like we talked about, golf courses use giant fans because they found that in kind of the draft of that fan, they see a lot less disease. And so you probably aren't going to be able to put a giant fan up in your yard, but maybe you can limb up some trees or remove some shrubs just to improve some airflow. If you have a low-lying area that stays really wet all year round, you can maybe improve some drainage by putting in a rock swale and drain that water off into the woods, or off into a ditch or something somewhere where it's not going to be pooling up and causing a lot of disease in the summer. The last and final rule of thumb is that it requires less chemicals to do preventative fungicides on your lawn than it will to do rescue fungicides if you find that you have some disease problems and then have to resort to fungicides. So in general, we recommend a fungicide program like ours, where we'll do 4 visits between May and August, and that's kind of a preventative plan to make sure that we never have to get to the point where we have to do really drastic, hard fungicides to save your lawn.